Hello. It's a Monday. It's Fata Morgana Day. Woo! Last time we started door 2? Or did we continue door 2? Well, no, we continued door 2, right. Do I remember what happened last time? I try to forget. One thing that did happen is the White Hair Girl showed up again, rocking a bob. Good for her. She looks great, but she's blind this time and has a completely different backstory. Bestia is very taken with her and has decided to... He's swearing off of killing, but he decided to protect her when another Bestia came to the mansion, so he killed the other Bestia. Meanwhile, Pauline is looking for her lover, who they say is dead, but she doesn't want to believe it. She's met Javi, who is a local boy, who he's kind of jaded, as she likes to put it, but he's a good boy, and he explains to her that everybody in the town is upset, not because there's been a war, but because there's been a beast, and the beast has been, or had been, killing a ton of people. So we've been getting kind of those intermittent flashbacks with Pauline, and her lover as well, a merchant. So now we're here with Bestia in what is a flashback. Trigger warning, there is more violence in this chapter. Again, this is the most violent, like overtly violent chapter. There's also racism that you will need to worry about. There are not any specific slurs, but the general idea. Just keep that in mind in case you are sensitive to that. I totally understand. Actually, I don't totally understand. I am white, so, but I know that that is an issue for people, so I want to point that out. Change how I say that. Anyway, let's get started. Let's go. Water, 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 water. I just need some water. Just some water. Will they attack me again? No. If I ask, did they look like they were open to requests? No. They tried to kill me. They almost killed me. They threw stones at me. They did more than that. Hoes and knives and sticks and I don't know. Things I didn't even recognize. They hit me with them. They tried to kill me. It looked like they were going to kill me. I almost died. I'm on the verge of death even now. My throat is sore. It hurts. I don't feel pain anymore. It burns. Does it burn? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm so thirsty. Water. I just need water. Will they not even give me any water? Why? Why not? Because I'm a bestia? Because I'm a beast. Because I don't need to live. Because I don't deserve to live. Are beasts meant to die? Am I meant to die? I'm thirsty. My stomach is probably empty too. I don't know anymore, but I'm hungry. So very hungry. I can't take it. 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 Water. I just need water. Just some water. What must I do to get some water from that village? A well. A well. I can find a well. There has to be a well. I know what that is. I know what a well is. What else do I know? Nothing. 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 I have no memories. I have nothing. I'm a beast. A newborn beast. What is this? It's buried. It's red. It feels rough. There was something. This is something. Something I know this. This is mine. It must be. It's mine. I know this. It's mine. I know how to use it, how to touch it, how to hold it, how to swing it. I know what this is, what to do with it, what it's for. I know that with this, I can fight on equal footing with them. Beast. 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 I am a beast. Beasts are meant to be ridiculed, to be hated, to be resented, to die. But I want to live. Which means I have only one option. Only one way. Only one. With this, I must overthrow those people who tormented me. I can do that. Water and food. I can get that. I can get anything.
Who could that be at this time of night? Who's there?
You shouldn't answer it. It's probably a beggar or something. These are dangerous times.
You're right. How unpleasant a world we live in, that we should have to fear for our lives in this little village.
Unpleasant indeed. I hope things go back to how they used to be soon enough. You just don't give up. Who's there? You're not coming in without identifying yourself.
This is rather strange.
What's going on, Dad? Oh, did the noise wake you? There's nothing to worry about, son. Go back to bed. It'll quiet down soon.
The door! Huh?
What's... Mom? Javi! Look away! Why is the bestia? Run, you hear me? Go out the back door and let everyone know. Shout as loud as you... What is this? What's going on? Why? There's blood. Why? It can't be. What the... How did this... Why? Why? Mom! Dad! Bestia! Bestia! The bestia! You! Why would you... Bro, you gotta run!
What's the matter? You sound like you're in pain. Would you like me to fetch you some water?
Water. Don't touch me! Keep your hands off me!
Not a particularly restful sleep, I take it.
You. Where are you hiding? Why did you disappear? You were always around before. Show yourself! Show yourself immediately! Where are you? Show yourself!
And if I did, what would you do then? Kill me? You thirst for blood. To instill fear. To live. In the face of your desire, others' lives are meaningless. That's the kind of man you are. Or do you intend to pretend that you never did anything of the sort?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I couldn't help it. I wanted to live. I didn't want to die.
Yes, yes indeed. That's the kind of man you are. You'll kill for your own sake. You'll kill a child's mother and father as he stands there watching.
They tried to kill me first. All of them. The entire village.
Calm yourself. Who are you speaking to? Please, get a hold of yourself.
Silence! Stop talking! Keep your hands off me. I'll kill you too. I'm a beast who will kill anyone.
Calm down. It's all right. Everything's all right. It's all right.
I'm a beast. Beasts kill, and so I kill.
Breathe slower. I will not harm you, and you will not harm me. It's all right. Put your arms around me. See for yourself that I am not afraid of you. This is brilliant. What are you clinging onto this woman for? Is that the only way you can maintain your grip on yourself? It would be so much easier if you simply accepted the fact that you're a beast. You've always been one, haven't you? Can a beast cultivate love like a human? Weep in sorrow like a human? No, they cannot. It's utterly ridiculous.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
It's all right. I'm right here. I'm right here.
Can I trust you?
Of course. This little facade will be over soon enough. It will end at that woman's hands. Because that's what she's here for. To crush your soul and
Third mysterious voice. Oh. So much. You know, I should have known that this was the Netherlands looking at the fucking buildings. That's fucking. I'm so stupid. Anyway.
We met 3 years ago. I thought for sure I would get burnt, sitting beneath the hellishly pounding sun on that sweltering summer day. It's only ever on days such as those that we end up having lunch outside. Not just out of the house, literally outside. The heat was searing. I could hear the cry of seagulls from the restaurant's terrace. I remember that day clear as crystal.
Ah, yes, I have to say, the food here is spectacular. And I love that they give you so much meat. Though I thought my gut exploded first time I saw it. Wouldn't you say, son? Indeed. Yes, it is. By the look on your face, I'd say you're already feeling it. You're not going to make it in this line of work without a big ol' stomach, son. I'm a huge fan of this country's food. One taste and you never forget it. I'd like to bring the entire cuisine back with me if I could.
This is the first time we've seen you in how long, and you're talking about food? The first thing you asked when you arrived was, is the restaurant by the seaside still open, for goodness sake? Is your heart made out of stone?
What, would you prefer we discuss the mundane? Why don't we talk about the market developments and our spices inventory?
That's not what I meant! It's hot. My parents' relationship is on thin ice, but the air feels like it's on fire. It's much too hot. My dad loves this seaside restaurant. It actually specializes in fish, but he always asks for meat. Though always isn't very often, he's out of the country most of the time, so we rarely eat together as a family. For that reason, I can usually put up with a little heat for a family gathering. Today, however, is awkward.
Go on, son, dig in. You can't find food this good back home. As you say.
Every course, the table is lined with meat, meat, meat. Even I'm starting to feel heavy in the gut. At this rate, I might turn into meat myself.
Good news, humans are meat.
What kind of meat would I turn into, though? I guess beef, maybe, if the meal keeps on like this. Just how much food are you planning to order? I can't believe you. Why did I ever marry you?
Come now, we're out as a family. You could stand to be a little more pleasant.
And who do you think is making me unpleasant? Now. From time to time, our eyes meet. But every time they do, we both avert our gaze. This goes on throughout the meal. My father invited him to lunch. Dad introduced him as his right hand, so I assume he's also a traitor. His eyes are somewhat narrow, his posture perfectly upright. He looks very no-nonsense and not especially affable. Frankly, he kind of scares me. Hey, Dad? Are we going anywhere after lunch? I figured since we're all together, maybe we could take a walk or visit someplace out of town.
Ah, yes. Actually, I've got a letter to write after this. A letter to one of the bigwigs back home. So I'm planning to head straight back to the trading post. I can't talk.
Oh, okay. Can't say I'm especially surprised.
What do you want me to do? It's work and it has to be done. If I could get an audience with him in person, maybe this wouldn't be necessary, but that's not possible. So I have no choice but to write a long, long letter. Oh yes, Pauline. If you're going on a walk, bring him along. I'm sure he's tired of putting up with me day in and day out.
What?
Oh, no, I'm...
Hold on now, could you please leave Pauline out of this? She has things she needs to do too.
What's the big deal? You want to know about an area? Ask someone who lives there. That's the best way to learn. Besides, you'll stick out like a sore thumb wandering around on your own, son. But I couldn't. You don't mind, do you, Pauline?
Not at all.
You are the most inconsiderate man.
Mom says, then leans in and whispers to me,
Listen to me. Do not let your guard down around a foreign man.
My father is, as a matter of fact, a foreigner. And the man he brought to lunch is from the same country. This is a park.
Indeed it is. It is a park.
My assignment to show this man around town is, to be honest, going quite horribly. This is a park. No, just no. Couldn't you come up with anything better, Pauline? But I don't know anything about the history of this park. In fact, I don't know much about anything of this town's history. I just sort of walk around every day, not really paying it much mind. Wouldn't someone more knowledgeable make a better guide? I can't do it. Don't ask this of me. Also, he doesn't talk very much, and he's got this perpetually stern look on his face. He really does scare me. Don't worry, Mom. Your daughter won't mistakenly fall for a foreigner.
Uh-huh. See how that goes.
At any rate, regardless of how I feel, I am still technically his guide. I've got to try a little harder, though I know it won't be easy. And then, there's a fountain.
There is indeed a fountain.
There's a fountain. Again, no. Seriously, Pauline, he has eyes. I'm sorry. I'm not much of a guide. Maybe my dad could show you around instead.
No, don't worry about it. I think you're doing just fine. In fact, I'm sorry you got roped into this. I doubt you much enjoy having to walk around town beside, someone like me.
What? No, that's not it at all.
Oh, is that so? I'm glad to hear it. Here's an idea. Rather than guide me, how about this? Why don't you show me what you usually do? The places you normally go.
Do you really want to see that?
I'd prefer to see the town through the eyes of a resident. To see it for what it is, instead of what makes good sightseeing.
All right then. I often get ham sandwiches from the shops.
Fucking ham sandwiches again. Ham.
Having lunch on the wall by the fountain is the most wonderful thing. Look over there. See the butcher shop? And the bakery next to it? I buy bread from the bakery, bring it to the butcher, get a few slices of ham, and put it on the bread. It's absolutely to die for.
What else do you put on the fucking sandwich, Pauline? Is that literally all you eat? sandwich thing is so fucking funny. But you just had a huge lunch.
I'm not getting one right now. Also, please don't think I'm as carnivorous as my dad.
Sorry, I didn't mean to imply any such thing.
Jeez. Wait, hold on. Did he just smile? He did. It was a small one, but he did. He can actually smile. Being human, that should be obvious, but it's kind of strange seeing him do it. Maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to get along, even just a little bit?
Meat and bread is not a good meal by itself. That's not enough food.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure, go right ahead.
Could you tell me about your home country? I've asked Dad, but he won't tell me very much. Come on, how about it? I'm really curious.
He probably doesn't know very much himself.
What? About his own homeland?
Some don't.
What do you...
How about that fountain? I'd like to get a closer look at it. At the spot you say you like to sit.
Okay. What was that just now? Did he dodge my question? Is there something he doesn't want to get into?
From this angle, it looks like the fountain's sitting atop the ocean.
Yeah, it does. It does. If you want, we can go to the beach. It's a straight walk from here.
No, I like this view. The sea's a pretty color here. You can clearly see the white of the fountain on top of it.
The sea's a different color than the fountain?
It is. In fact, the sea is often changing colors itself, but out on the water it can be easy to overlook. It can be the color of emeralds, or deep blue like sapphire, or almost black like obsidian. The sea has a face, and with it, many expressions.
Huh. I'd like to see that. Maybe I'll ask Dad and get him to take me out on a ship.
You have quite the adventurous spirit. Not many women say they want to ride a ship.
You think? I want to go everywhere I haven't been before. I want to see for myself that the world extends beyond this town.
That's a fine ambition. Hopefully the time will come when anyone can have access to a ship with relative ease.
He actually smiles quite a bit, I guess. And we seem to be talking pretty comfortably, too. He's a lot more friendly than he looks. He appears almost noble, the way he looks out at the sea, his gaze steadfast and unwavering. Oh dear, that was close. He almost deceived me. He's a foreign man, and I'm simply his guide. You mustn't think you've grown close to him just because you were able to hold a brief conversation.
By the way...
Pardon me, yes?
That outfit you're wearing.
What, this? Oh yes, it's absolutely splendid. My dad brought it back for me. It's of a peculiar design, with unusual accessories. The moment I saw it, I said, "Oh my! Oh my," I said. It's so pretty, I want to show it off to everyone.
I see.
Oh, it's just so magnificent. He actually has a decent eye for clothing. I guess he has more in that head of his than meat.
Actually, I brought back that outfit.
Huh?
When I heard I was going to meet my boss's daughter, I thought it would be best if I brought some kind of gift. So I had a tailor imitate the style of my homeland. I'm delighted it's to your liking.
What? Hold on a second!
Yes?
So you're saying these clothes I'm fawning over were given to me by you, and you had them made for me?
Indeed.
I'm completely oblivious. Here I am wearing them now.
More precisely, you've been wearing them since lunch.
Why didn't you say something before? This is humiliating. I want to bury my head in the sand.
But I thought you liked them?
I do indeed, but...
Having never met you, I wasn't sure what colors you liked, but I was relieved to see you wearing them. They look nice on you.
He says with a smile. He's always standing up perfectly straight, always looking stern and no nonsense, and he kind of scares me. But he's a gentleman. I'm going to go change!
What?
I'm going to go change! I'll be back in 5 seconds, so just wait there!
5 seconds is infeasible.
Oh God, help me, Mom! I really, really need your help! Because my heart just skipped a beat. For a foreign man.
That didn't last long at all.
Oh, is that so? Very well then. Oh no, thank you for the information. I really appreciate it. And don't worry about me, I'll keep safe. Goodbye. Shortly before I arrived at the village, a beast appeared. It killed a number of villagers and then disappeared. Ever since then, the village hasn't been itself. There's a cloud of gloom hovering over it, fear visible in everyone's eyes. At first, I thought their fear was of the beast returning. But that's not quite right. Their troubles with the beast are, in fact, still ongoing. Javi.
Hey, I hear you were asking around about the beast.
Yeah.
Talking about the beast is taboo. People are going to push you away even harder now. No, I guess you are leaving in a few days.
People are going missing. Your beast problem is still going on, isn't it?
Huh.
After asking around, I'm beginning to piece things together. When the beast first appeared, you chased it away. However, later, the beast came back, killing villagers. After that, the beast disappeared, but villagers began disappearing too. Once a week, someone would just be gone. And even as the weeks passed, none of them ever returned. The people of the village think the beast is responsible. They think it's kidnapping villagers.
That's right. This village is under the beast's curse. So you're better off forgetting about this place and the savage beast that dwells nearby. You don't belong in a place like this. Go back to your hometown, where it's peaceful. That's the kind of life you deserve.
Javi.
What?
I want you to be honest with me about something. Where does...
I won't tell you.
Why not? That you would know where the beast is, Javi. I heard from the other villagers that you once chased the beast.
Sure you didn't mishear him?
No, I'm positive. You know where the beast ran off to, where its hideaway is. You chased after it, found its den, and then you came back. That's what I heard. Didn't you? Why did you keep that from me? When you told me about the beast, I asked you to tell me everything you knew, Javi. But you brushed me off, said you didn't know anything. Said that I should talk to someone else. When in reality, you know more about it than anyone else. Tell me, why? Why did you hide that from me? What were you thinking? As you watched me frantically asking around the village for more information. Were you enjoying yourself? Tell me, why are you always so mean to me?
Shut the hell up! Great example. Like I could tell you. Like I could actually tell you that. What'd the village tell you about me, huh? Did it go something like this? That the kid couldn't even take revenge for his parents? That he's a damn coward? I'm sure you heard that one plenty from everyone. And now you think that I'm a coward too.
I don't...
Yeah, it's true. I went after the beast. I chased it down the night it killed my parents. Hiding around back, I saw it slip into the forest. So I went after it, chasing it until I reached its den. I despised that bestia with everything I had. It murdered my mom and dad. It murdered my friends, the kindly priest, every decent person in town. I needed to get revenge for what it had done. It was my duty to bring retribution upon the beast that stole everything from me. So I tried to confront the bestia. But I couldn't do it. Not only could I not stand up to it, as soon as it turned around and I saw its eyes, its bloodshot eyes and black irises, I couldn't move.
Javi.
Yeah, that's right. I was a coward. I watched as it killed my parents, and even followed it home. But I couldn't do anything. Anything but run, flee, screaming in terror. That was all I could do.
Javi, that doesn't make you a coward. If the beast really was that terrifying.
But I was supposed to stand up to it. That's what the rest of the village would have wanted. For someone to eradicate the bestia. When I came back, having accomplished nothing, everyone was so harsh. You coward, what did you even go out there for? Constant ridicule.
What right do they have to... If they really want him gone, they could all go together and...
No one's got that kind of courage left. They're all waiting for someone else to speak up. Someone to stand up and say, let's go kill that beast. But no one has the guts to take that initiative. It could have been me, but the moment I fled back to the village in fear, I lost that qualification. You think that was just me being mean?
Huh?
That I didn't tell you where the beast dwells? Do you think that was just me harassing you? I've seen the beast. I know how scary it is. And I know how dangerous it is. And you think I'd tell you where it is? I know good and well what you're thinking. That the guy you're looking for might have been taken by him. And you want to go to its den to see if he's there. Knowing that, do you really think I'd tell you? If you go, it'll kill you. You don't have any evidence anyway. Nothing that points to that guy being taken by the beast. But you don't need to put your life on the line for something like that. Something so uncertain. Even if by some chance he was taken by the beast, there's no way he'd be alive. That's what the beast does. No one comes back alive.
But you came back alive, Javi. Which means there's no saying for sure either way.
That's just because I ran away immediately, but even if he did manage to escape, that's all the more reason not to check the beast's den.
I want to know for sure whether he's alive or dead. Somewhere in a little corner of my heart, part of me thinks that he might just actually be dead. I have to have faith, but I'm so close to cracking, to thinking he won't ever come back to me.
Then why don't you just give up on him already?
Without knowing for sure, I can't let go. I'll debate with myself forever until I die an old lady about whether or not he's still alive. That's how my life will end.
You want closure. It's very relatable. I understand. Like, she's being super reckless, but I understand her reasoning. You want to know for sure whether he's alive or dead, right? And even if he is dead, you'll be satisfied just knowing it.
Right. Which is why I want to, at least, follow any possible leads. There might not be anything saying he's there, but it is true that the remains of his ship he was washed up on in this village. It is true that remains of the ship he was washed up in this village. Wow, okay.
I'm sorry. That was a struggle. It was a struggle to read. Anyway, you get the idea.
If he wandered the area and ended up in the beast's den, where he was killed, then I'll let go. So please, Javi, tell me where the beast dwells.
Make this the last time.
Huh?
Even if you find no trace of him at the beast's den, if you don't figure out whether he's alive or dead, you have to give up your search for him. You'll assume he's dead. If you don't reach some conclusion, you'll just keep searching, keep going to dangerous places, keep putting yourself at risk. I want you to stop that. To stop, go back to your town, and live a normal life. Settle on an answer. If you can promise me that, I'll tell you where the beast's den is.
Okay, I promise. This will be the last place I look.
2 more things. First, I'm going with you.
What? But I thought, isn't it dangerous?
Exactly, I can't let you go alone.
Javi.
I have to go with you and make sure you don't do anything stupid.
All right, fine. And the other one is?
You will not enter the den. You don't understand just how dangerous the beast is. It knows no mercy. It indiscriminately attacks any human it sees. So you can't let the beast find you. You just examine the den from the outside. And when you're done, back to the village. Understood? You need to promise me this.
Okay.
Oh, right. One more thing.
Huh? I thought it was just 2 things.
This is less of a promise and more of something that would be nice. I decided, when we make it back to the village, I actually would like if you could take me to your hometown.
Javi!
I'll figure out some way to get permission, and I'll do my best not to be a burden on you. I'm still just a kid, and there's not a whole lot I can do, even in a better place. But I'm surprisingly skilled with my hands. If you have work for me, I'll do anything. So, there's that.
Yes, of course I will. We'll go back to my hometown together, and I'll show you all around. You can get some great ham sandwiches there. Cut to it. You'll eat them together in the park.
The fucking ham sandwiches again. Oh, look at Javi's little smile. You've told me that already. Are you never, ever not hungry, lady?
You laughed! You just laughed, Javi?
Whoa, back off. I did not laugh.
Nope, you definitely laughed. You're kind of cute when you laugh, Javi. Come on, do it. Come on, like this.
Shut up. Stay back. Stop it. Don't touch my cheeks.
I wanted to see it again.
I am not your plaything. Anyway, we set out tomorrow. We will return before it gets dark. You will keep your promises, and you will not do anything dangerous. Got it?
Promise. Thank you, Javi.
I don't need your thanks.
Thank you. That thank you is not for him agreeing to tell me where the beast den is, but because I can see that Javi's trying to save me. His care calms the turbulent waves that have been crashing inside me. I was always anxious. I always believed. I always thought I'd see him again. But I also recognized that I was practically living a fantasy. I was just too stubborn to admit it. I certainly won't be able to change how I feel immediately. I'll probably continue loving him. Nevertheless, Javi's words resonated comfortingly within me. I can see, if but vaguely, a new path, a new way of life appearing before me. That's what he did for me. I will make this the last time, my final attempt to find him. No matter the outcome, I will stop stubbornly believing he's alive, and then I'll find happiness on a different path.
Pauline does gotta chill with those fucking ham sandwiches. Like, girl, just tell me you're putting some kind of lettuce or cheese on those.
Master? Master! Ah, you have awakened. You gave me quite the startle. Do you not remember? You suddenly started staring off into the distance, and you would not respond to anything I said. I thought you were playing a prank on me. Your hand? Oh yes, I did not let go of it. For if I had, we would be in quite the predicament.
This would not be the era to get stuck in.
Someone approaching the mansion, you say? You saw them? Those images were not shown to you by me. If you saw something, then it was by your own powers. But if you think about it, that is nothing unusual. You are, after all, the master of this house. You should, in all actuality, be able to do anything I can do by yourself, master. So it is very possible you could have knowledge that I do not. Now, let us return to the mansion's tale. After the second beast paid a visit, Bestia began to destabilize again. The white-haired girl would soothe his heart, but the calm was only ephemeral. He was like a cracked glass ball. If you dropped him, that would be the end. If you put too much force into handling him, he would shatter. He was very difficult to care for. And cracks do not heal. The damage still remains, even if the two sides appear to be held together firmly in place. Furthermore, they slowly, gradually, and without intervention spread. The beast appeared to be afraid of someone's voice. He would on occasion stare into empty space and shout, cover his ears, and groan. One day, he shattered all the windows in the mansion, crushed the silverware I had just polished to a shine, and destroyed all the mirrors. Not that I'm holding it against him or anything, but that took me 4 hours.
I love it if the maid got, like, randomly bitter like that. That would just be great.
I assume he did not want to see his beastly self.
More. There's more. There's still more that reflects my image. Windows, mirrors, vases, dishes, they all show my reflection.
What are you doing?
I have no need of anything that reflects me. You can understand that, can't you?
Why? You're going to cut your hands like that. Tracing the wall with her fingers, the white-haired girl approached Bestia. She stretched her spindly fingers out toward the beast's rugged hands. His hands were wet with blood from his frenzied attempts to destroy anything reflective in the house. Look at all these cuts.
Stop. You're going to dirty your hands. Get back.
No, I will not.
It's no use. No matter how many times you call me human, the mirrors tell another story. Not just the mirrors. Everything reflective shouts beast at me angrily. Look at how precarious I am. It's hideous. Pitiful. I thought it was all over when I protected you from the beast. But that image keeps coming back to me. The sight of another beast clinging on to me. I can hear its voice. It says I was only ever a beast.
Voice? Whose voice?
So you don't know. So you can't hear it.
You are fighting against something beyond the limits of my perception.
Fighting? No, if only it were a fight. It speaks the undeniable truth.
As I have said before, you are not a beast. You look like me, I am certain of it.
Your eyes.
What?
Your red eyes. They show you nothing, but they show me what I am. They show me the difference between us.
Are you afraid of my eyes? If my eyes cause you fear, if you can see them in your reflection, if you can see in them your reflection, then you are welcome to destroy them. Rip them from me with your own hands. I have no need of them after all.
Why would you go so far for me? You... The voice says that you're laughing at me, that deep down you ridicule me.
Do you believe that? After all the time we've spent together?
I don't know. I'm starting to lose confidence. I believe you. I think I believe you, but I find myself wavering. I'm losing sight of myself, and of you, of everything. In all my memories, I am a beast. The voice says I was always this way, which I suppose means I am a beast. I can't be anything but.
Do not trust the voice. Trust me instead. I do not want to make another mistake. To do something like run away because I am so weak-willed.
I do not understand this woman. She's so pure-hearted, so beautiful, like hope personified. I want to understand, to believe her. I was sure I could do it, but I kept failing. Why am I losing my grip on everything?
Are words not enough to convince you?
What?
Are words not enough to convince you that you are not a beast? Then see for yourself, feel for yourself, that there is but one difference between us.
What are you doing?
I assume our skin and our hair and our eyes are different colors, but those do not count as a difference. The only thing that differs between us is our sex.
Hold on.
In his utter shock, Bestia was frozen in place. And he was right to be surprised. The sound of rustling fabric shook the air in the forlorn mansion. She had placed her hand on the sleeve of her garments and begun to disrobe. Before long, gaze upon me. She was standing there completely undressed.
The maid doesn't do it though.
Her body was incomparably beautiful.
What did I just say?
Slender, not an ounce of excess fat on her. The sight of her was impressive, almost divine. Even I let out a gasp when I saw her. Gay. See for yourself. This was the first time Bestia had seen the white-haired girl unclothed. Though they slept in the same bed, as I said before, they did not have a physical relationship. She grasped his unmoving hand and guided it toward her. She moved his hand across her flesh, along the curve of her shoulder, down her arm, and pressed it against her chest firmly enough for him to feel her beating heart. Do you think this caused a stirring within him? Is there any man for whom the touch of a woman's skin would not?
Honey, I'm gonna introduce you to a few.
Especially one so beautiful as her. However, he was not aroused. Why do you think that was? Because a beast cannot lust after a human? I believe you know the answer. Are you crying?
Could you smile for me?
What?
I want to see your smile.
Like this? I'm not sure I'm doing a good job.
No, you're doing fine. Your smile is so pretty. It calms me, warms my heart. I think I know someone, somewhere, who has that same smile. Thank you for seeing me off.
Don't mention it.
I learned so much about this town thanks to you. You made my stay here quite enjoyable. What's the matter? You're looking rather glum.
I wonder...
Huh?
I wonder why the sea exists. I was born in a port town, so it's always been there for me. This huge, never-ending, expansive, magnificent ocean. Far too big for a single, measly little human like me to cross. It's so pretty.
It is.
I feel like I understand why you like the sea. But right now, I can't help wondering why God created such an enormous sea. Why he didn't make the world smaller. I'm sorry. I'm talking nonsense.
Not at all. I'll probably be back eventually. That's just part of the job.
And will you have lunch at the seaside restaurant again?
Quite likely. And I bet it'll be mostly meat, too.
Was your stomach able to handle it?
I'll train up for next time.
Your ship is going to embark soon.
Yeah.
Will people get mad you're not helping them prepare?
Most likely.
Then you should hurry off.
Yeah. Pauline. I just wanted to thank you again. Oh, look at this sweet little smile. Sorry. I appreciate you taking so much time to show me around.
Is that all?
No. I don't know why, but I was considering leaving without telling you this.
I'd like you to tell me.
I'd feel better if you turned me down.
What?
My homeland is only getting more isolated. Unlike your country, mine is not eager to associate with the rest of the world. I probably don't even have their patronage anymore. What I'm saying is that I have absolutely no stability. I can't even say for sure whether I'll be back. So...
You're right. There's nothing but obstacles. I'm sure my mom would be opposed as well. But I've fallen for you. The way you look staring out at the sea, the shape of your lips when you smile at me, the kindness in your voice. The more time I spend with you, the deeper I fall in love with you. The whole world could separate us, and these feelings would not change.
Well, damn. You beat me to it.
If I waited, I don't think you would have ever gotten to it.
I'll say it myself, too. I love you, Pauline. I fell for you the moment I first saw you. I promise, we will meet again.
I promise. I'll be waiting.
Thank you.
It's visible in both our eyes. This love, strong enough to wash away all our tribulations. It's all right there, plain as day, in each of our eyes. Mine and his.
Well, that was cute. How dare they? How dare they be that cute? In my Fata Morgana.
Did you hear something?
Huh?
It sounded like someone's voice.
I didn't hear anything. Must have been your imagination.
Oh.
You want to turn back, lady?
Huh?
You're looking nervous.
I'm just fine. Let's keep moving. But there is one thing.
What?
My name isn't Lady. It's Pauline.
This again?
Lady is so distant. I don't like being called that. So call me Pauline.
Polly. How's that? Can I call you Polly?
Oh, come on! I'd really rather you call me Pauline. I'm an only child, so I've always wanted a younger brother or sister, but Polly makes it sound like I'm the younger one.
I am not your brother, and I am not a child. You literally just called yourself a child a few scenes ago, but okay. Yeah, there we go!
You called yourself a kid yesterday, though.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, fine. You can call me Polly. It's not my full name, but I'm glad you're calling me something other than Lady, Javi.
Then that's what I'll do.
You laughed.
Be quiet.
You're no fun.
There's a mansion up ahead, standing atop the cliff. I can't say why exactly, but I feel like it's something that shouldn't be there.
What do you mean?
It feels out of place in this area. Well, kinda is, huh? And something seems off about it. Like it's somehow ethereal and could disappear at any moment. No, I'm probably just overthinking things. Sorry, that was stupid of me to say.
It's okay. We still can't see the mansion Javi's talking about from here. Just dense, overgrown forest. But for some reason, I can sense that we're approaching it. It's a strange sensation. Anxiety is bubbling up from deep inside me, and at the same time, I feel like I could burst into tears. Not out of fear, but familiarity. Familiarity? I've never been to this country before. Everything I'm seeing is new to me. There's nothing at all for me to find familiar. Why then?
I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you sure you want to do this?
I am.
You agreed not to go inside. Don't break that promise.
It's okay. Don't worry. I'm sorry for putting you through this. Making you relive unpleasant memories. But thank you for accompanying me when you have nothing to gain from it. Don't worry, I'll just look around. I'm only searching for a sign he was there. And when I'm done, we'll return to the village together.
All right.
Okay, now let's go. We push our way through the dark, dense woods. And then, like the world fading into view after a dream, a mansion appears before us. It rests quietly upon a cliff, against a backdrop of emerald ocean. This is the beast's den? It should be by all rights, be a magnificent scene, but the blue sky and jade sea clash with the building. It appears alone, isolated precariously from the rest of the world.
Yes, this is it. This is the mansion where the beast dwells.
Careful not to make any noise, we draw nearer to the house, this inexplicable structure sitting in between the forest and the cliff.
I don't think I said it last time, actually. So, in case you hadn't figured it out yet, we're not in England. We're actually in Valencia, in Spain right now. The oranges are the biggest clue. Even the maid at the beginning says, I should have planted some orange trees. Why is the house moving? I don't know. House is kind of special.
The fluttering I feel in my heart does not seem to be caused only by fear of the beast. The weeds and plants growing unchecked around the house are tall enough for Javi to hide in. I imagine that's how we approached the mansion the first time, lurking in the overgrowth. Say, have the people of the village thought about leaving this area? Moving somewhere else, away from the beast's den?
Only those with enough savings can do that. Leave without money and you'll just die in a ditch somewhere. Everyone's made their lives here at the village. We have farmland, cattle, ships. It's not easy to let all that go. Not everyone can just hop on a boat to another country like you, Polly. You're not wealthy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
I know. I was being too harsh. You're just ignorant. So naive you believe the whole world is this perfect, magical place.
Huh.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If you're capable of seeing the world like that, then there's no reason you should look at it any other way.
For as mature as you can be, Javi, you're also rather cynical.
Well, pardon me. When you said you would take me to your town, that kind of made my day. There's nothing left for me in this village.
You'll find plenty of new things, I'm sure. You can even make some friends in my town. After all, you've still got a long life ahead of you, Javi. So you should make it a fun one.
You make it sound like I'm about to throw myself off a cliff.
I didn't mean it like that.
We should try to keep quiet from here out.
Okay, got it. As we draw closer to the mansion, I can see the ivy twisted across its stone walls. I press my back against the wall and take a few deep breaths.
Everybody needs to take some deep breaths right now. All right.
There's a window next to me. If there really is a beast, if there really is a terrible man-eating monster inside, I'm in danger if it catches me. Javi's eyes entreat me not to get any closer. But I have to see. I have to see if there's a mountain of corpses inside these walls. If there's even the slightest trace of him. I'm just going to have a look. Peek in from the outside without being noticed. That's all I'm going to do. And when it's done, I'll go home. Through the window, I see a dimly illuminated hallway. Like the garden, the inside is desolate. But there's still the sense that someone lives here. It's not completely abandoned.
Polly.
Huh. I see something moving inside the mansion. I hold my breath, so whatever is in there does not sense my presence, does not sense my gaze. And then, a shadow whisks past. No.
Polly? Hey! Polly!
Open up! Please, open up the door!
Stop it, you idiot! What do you think you're doing?
Please, open the door!
Polly, you promised me! Have you lost your mind? The only thing in there is a...
It's not a beast!
Huh?
It's not a beast! A beast isn't living in this mansion!
You're wrong. It is! There's a beast in there! A bestia! Get away from the door! The beast!
It's not a beast! Open the door! Open the... I knew it! I knew it! I was right! You're alive! You're alive! You're alive! I never stopped believing! I knew you wouldn't die! Would you? Yukimasa! I had faith you were still alive. I wanted to prove it. And I was right. I'm so glad I had faith. I'm so glad I didn't give up. I missed you so. All this time, I've never stopped thinking about you. I've never stopped imagining a reunion. Yukimasa, I'm so glad you're alive.
Stop it, Polly! Get away from him! That's... the beast! My little meow meow. You'll kill me if I don't kill you, and so I must show you that I will. I must show you that I'm serious. I must kill you, or you just won't understand. You just won't understand! If I don't show you firsthand, you just won't understand! I'll make you understand. I'll make your flesh and bones understand. I'll kill you. I'll kill you! Oh, my little meow meow. My favorite little meow meow. Yukimasa, I can finally say your name. That's it. Cry for me. Beg for your life. Pray for my mercy. Weep and struggle and suffer and die. Look at this. No one can stand up to me. Humans have no chance against beasts.
Yukimasa, what's wrong? What? What's the matter? It's me! It's Pauline! I came to find you! I missed you so much! Yukimasa? Sorry, I still don't understand your language. Wait! Where are you going?
Stop it, Polly! Don't go after him! Polly!
Why are you running from me? Don't you recognize me? It's Pauline, your love. Why? Your katana. Why would you point that at me? You're scaring me. What's gotten into you? Hey, what's the matter? Yukimasa, do you know who I am? What happened? You used to be able to speak my language so fluently. Let's talk. What do you say? Put that thing away, please. It's dangerous. Why? You cut me? So, why? Yukimasa, it's me. It's Pauline. Open your eyes. No, stop, Yukimasa. Please, stop this. I'm begging you! Why would you do this to me? Stop it, Yukimasa! Stop this! His blade, held high above my head, glimmers. Why? He's the beast? Tell me, Yukimasa, did you kill all those villagers? Are you going to kill me? Why? Please, stop. Me. It's Pauline. Please, open your eyes. Let's go back to my town. I never got the chance to ask if you wanted to move to my country. We wouldn't have to wait so long to see each other. What do you think, Yukimasa?
Burn in hell!
Tell me, why? What happened here?
I am grateful that you cannot see, because you would certainly think me a beast if you were able to see this. Because you cannot see, you do not know what I look like, but I do know. Another beast, like me, broke into the mansion.
Was it?
I protected you! Did I not? I protected you! Say that I protected you! That I did this for you!
Actually a beast? I can hear a woman's voice. I can't keep my eyes open. I wonder who she is. They seem like they're really close. Did you choose someone else? Then you could have just said so. I wouldn't be angry. We've been apart for so long. But this does kind of hurt. It hurts. I can't take it. Just once. Could you turn back and say my name? I proved it. That you're still alive. We were lovers, weren't we? So why? You said you wanted a peaceful life. I can't take this. It hurts so bad. I can't take this. What I want most is to spend a nice, quiet life with you. I don't need anything extravagant. Just an ordinary life, slowly growing older, having 3, maybe 4 children. We'd never fight, and eventually, before I knew it, I'd be an old lady. Thinking, it was an uneventful life, but it was the best I could have asked for. That's the life I want. And what about you?
Yes, I too wish for a peaceful life with you. Polly, I couldn't do. So how we feeling? Ah, yes. It's rough. It's rough. Pauline deserved better. But, any kind of exes, I can talk about the jokes now. So, Yukimasa, as the name suggests, he is of Japanese descent, as is Pauline. I hate it here. Fucking-tastic. Oh, we're doing great. So Pauline is half Japanese, from her father's side, and Yukimasa is full Japanese. When Yukimasa was saying anything in Japanese, it would just be X's. And when Pauline came as the second beast, I'm using air quotes there, the second beast, she also appeared as a foreigner. And her exes were Dutch. Yeah, and the blade that he held was a katana, as she says there at the end. It, I think, is a reference to the Muramasa blade, which is the blade that, like, drinks blood and gradually drives the owner crazy, although that is not what it does here. It's just a reference to it. And then earlier when I giggled and I DM'd the localizer, Yukimasa, the beast, says, when the white hair girl asks, what color were the fruit that you picked? He says green, no blue. In Japanese, owl can mean green or blue. So that was a cute little joke they threw in there. Very subtle, if you know, you know, kind of joke. Yeah. Holy shit, right? We are not done with this door yet. Because, we still got the white hair girl and Bestia's side of things, huh?
Master? What is the matter? You look pale as a ghost. What? I lied to you. I have not told you a single falsehood, Master. Ah, about the beast? That means you were seeing her memories, then? Is that so? That must have been quite difficult to witness. But I assure you, I have told you no lies. Bestia was convinced he was a beast. And as a servant of this house, it is my responsibility to present my former master to you as he saw himself. This would have been a very different story had you not discovered the truth. A beast meets a white-haired girl and learns humanity. That tale would have been far easier on you, I'm sure. By remaining in the dark and seeing the story through his eyes alone, you would not have had to witness that poor girl's miserable death. And that, perhaps, would have been better for you. But the reality you observed through her eyes changes the truth of his tale. And it sounds like the visions you had did not run in parallel to the events I described for you, but took place slightly earlier in time. Which means that, yes, her fate was set in stone well before you ever saw it. I do have to wonder, though, why did Bestia believe the woman to be a beast like him? Perhaps it was because her hair, eye, and skin color were similar to his own. The poor young woman who called upon the mansion did, indeed, resemble Bestia. They were of a similar race.
Half of her blood was the same race as his. But was that the only reason? Would that be enough for him to mistake her for a beast? I have my own theory. His memories may have played a role. I suspect Bestia was afraid the memories from when he was human would cause him to waver. But that is simply my own speculation. Perhaps he had merely lost his grip on reality. How well have you come to understand Bestia, Master? You do appear to think he was an ordinary human who believed himself to be a beast. But where does the line between man and beast truly lie? That I do not know. Master, if, like Bestia, you were to lose your memories and endure persecution and degradation until you broke, would you still remember those you care for? Now, our tale is not yet over. The web of misfortune was tightly, oh so tightly entangled. It could not be unraveled. Let us now return from her memories to the point we left off in our story. Just after the white-haired girl had disrobed, showing Bestia the difference between her and him. This was, yes, several days following the young woman's death. The blood in the hall had been cleaned up, and there was no trace of it any longer. He had made a tremendous mistake, though the only people aware of that mistake are you and I. There is, perhaps, a chance the white-haired girl had realized, but she knew nothing of the woman. So I entreat you not to fault the white-haired girl for trying to be kind to Bestia. She is without sin, in any and all times. The beast. No, the man made the white-haired girl put her clothes back on. He seemed to have calmed down a bit. After examining her body and comparing it with his own, he was once again coming to think he might not be a beast. In the past, he would have rejoiced to have proof of his own humanity. However, it was for him then the seed of several new doubts. You said I am human.
Yes.
Do you still believe this?
I certainly do. You are simply mistaken. You believe yourself to be a beast because of what the villagers said.
Why did they call me a beast?
If I were able to see, I could surely answer all your questions. But I cannot. So all I can offer you is my conjecture.
Go on. Tell me.
I suspect that you do not come from this country. No.
Also, something I'd like to point out now, too. The music has been giving clues to his Asian descent the whole time. There's some Asian... a lot of the tracks are very, like, guitars, like, you know, especially Pauline's tracks when she's in Valencia. But his tracks tend to have a little bit more of, like, stereotypical chords and basically the music theory of Asian music and some Asian instrumentation, like in I forget the name of it, but it's the one that played while he was slaughtering people in the beginning, and we'll hear it again too. But Volpe is the name of it. Volpe is a good example, and this one, Huayna, is Huayna? I forget. Anyway.
You came to this continent from far, far away, perhaps even across the seas. This land has been cast into turmoil by the war. Fortunately, no fighting reached the village, but it has blocked trade routes, stripped them of their independence, and cast a dark shadow over their hope. They are quite devastated, I imagine. And then you showed up. From what I have heard, this area is not particularly friendly to people from other countries.
Also, unfortunately, a quality of Valencia from what I've heard.
Even less so those from another continent. I doubt they know much about distant lands, so they probably had never seen someone like you before. But in addition, you would have been wearied and worn. I guess you were emaciated, wasting away. Enough so that you did not even look like yourself. Do you remember how you arrived at the village?
When I woke up, I was on the beach. I don't remember anything before that. My joints all ached and I was incredibly thirsty. I was in so much pain. I sought help. But nothing I said got through to the villagers. I did not understand what they said either.
But the one thing you did understand was that they were calling you Bestia.
So another meaning of the word bestia, besides beast, that's the literal translation, but actually another colloquial meaning of bestia is kind of like someone uncouth or rough around the edges. Yeah. Anyway. Right. And I also understood that the word was used to describe beasts. The way they looked at me. It wasn't normal. So I
imagine at first they simply didn't want the trouble. They didn't actually think you were a beast. Simply that this wretched man, unfamiliar in appearance, who had washed ashore, resembled a beast.
Washed ashore?
You were in an accident, were you not? While crossing the sea.
I do not remember. I can't remember. No, I mustn't remember. If I am not a beast, then that means the other beast wasn't one either. What did the beast look like? It looked somehow similar to me. Its hair color, skin color, eye color, and the way it spoke seemed vaguely familiar, which means it was... I cannot accept that. If I do, then that means I have done something terrible. No!
What?
They did call me a beast. I was, in fact, a beast.
As I've been saying, that's because...
Tell me I'm a beast, please! Let me remain a beast. How do you imagine he saw the world? I cannot even begin to fathom. But you can never know what someone else sees. And there is nothing to say they see the same thing as you. As you and I have seen different things, so too did the man and his lover see different things. Or perchance, the true shape of the world is visible only through the white-haired girl's sightless eyes. Do you think the reason he so stubbornly rejected his human memories is because he had taken the life of his beloved? I personally believe that there was more to it than that. Someday, you shall remember. You shall remember everything. Ah, wrong voice. Sorry. I should have known.
I will not allow you to avert your eyes. Remember that you have always been a beast, incapable of saving anyone, only of taking. Remember and suffer, agonize, writhe, anguish, grieve, suffer.
Such a damn shame. Our homeland is but a stone's throw away, and they still won't let us in. Just how long are they going to maintain this stance? Regrettable, isn't it, son? Yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Captain Asama. We can make it this far on the white men's ship, but they give no response to our missives. I'm not sure it's even reaching the magistrate's hands. Is it so difficult to be the slightest bit accommodating to your fellow countrymen? They seem to be treating the white men rather poorly as well. I hear they imprisoned them on a tiny man-made island. Yes, this was called Dejima. This was during Sakoku era of Japan, where they were not letting anybody in except the Dutch, because they had guns and some other stuff. That's no way to make friends. Well, all things considered, we can hardly call this our homeland anymore anyway. For how many generations have your family lived over? I am the third. I see. And I doubt you have any attachment to this land. That's not true. I may never have the opportunity to set foot on her soil, but my spirit dwells within this land. My grandfather has told me much about this country, of her 4 rich, vibrant seasons and boundless beauty. I am deeply grateful that you invited me on this voyage to visit her, Captain Asama. I have finally, if only at a distance, laid eyes upon my home. I cannot say when this era may draw to a close, but I hope the time comes when we can proudly proclaim her our motherland. You can't find food this good back home. I eagerly await the day that comes true. Indeed, as do I. I've lied to her. She believes I was born in the Orient, but in truth, I have never once set foot in that country. I was born in Europe. My family has not been permitted to return since my grandparents left. I can still remember as clear as day the look of profound regret on my grandfather's face as he departed from this world. He bequeathed unto me a katana, and on that day, that blade became the one object binding me to my homeland. I could not bring myself to tell her that I am disallowed to return home. I did not want her to think that I had been forsaken by my country, that my country would do such a thing. However, some part of me believes there was more to it than that. A smuggler? Yeah, I never would have expected it, not on this ship. One of the crew conspiring with a government official. He hid unreported goods on board and delivered them in secret. What goods? Silver coins. Spanish coins trade for more than they're worth as currency. The official was sentenced to commit seppuku, but we are responsible for our own crew's punishment. I am still trying to decide how to handle it. Have him commit seppuku as well. This sailor has brought shame upon the entire ship. If he is made to take responsibility for his actions, then perhaps we can minimize the damage to our reputation. You make a fair point. Unfortunately, he is not of this land. I doubt he is familiar with the ritual. Then I shall serve as his second and ensure he dies without issue. Have you lost your mind? I have been trained in the art. It is unlikely I should fail. You are not a samurai, though. I was born into a family of samurai. At least, it was until 3 generations ago. But that blood still courses through my veins.
So they don't outright say this, but what we can assume is that if we're thinking, you know, he's the 3rd generation of people who have been cast out of Japan, that was the beginning of the fall of the samurai era. And when, like, they were kind of cast out in general, they were no longer considered good, valuable citizens. Or maybe he, like, tried to leave early or something like that. Also, seppuku, as people might know, comes from setsu and fuku, which is to cut one's stomach as an act of retributionist suicide, but there is a second person who cuts the head off of the person to ensure that they die, but they have to suffer beforehand, which is why it's used as like a suicidal retributionist gesture. So that's what Yukimasa is talking about here. I have a lot more to explain about culture in this tour. It's less stuff that's taught in general school, because the last one was in England. Everybody knows what the fuck Shakespeare is.
Very well then. That is how we shall do it. We now commence the ritual seppuku of our fellow crewman, Seedorf. Seedorf has, in violation of restrictions set in place by the shogunate, committed the grave crime of smuggling prohibited goods into the country. In order to atone for this betrayal of the trust of both nations, he vows to take his life here before you. Do you have any last words? I deeply regret that we should have to lose a companion with whom we have traveled the 7 seas in this manner. Do it.
It wasn't me.
What?
It wasn't me! I've been set up! I didn't smuggle anything! I don't know anything about any silver coins. I've been framed! Believe me, why should I have to slice my own?
Yukimasa. He said the accusations were false. Lies to escape punishment. I could not allow him to continue shaming himself and us when his fate was already decided.
would only serve to tarnish this ship's honor. But an investigation was performed. It is our duty to trust those results. You're right. Yes, you're right. Good work. Now, this needs to be cleaned up. Yes, sir. I'm sure I was mistaken, but I would like to ask you anyway. Were you smiling as you did it? You must have been seeing things. Was that really the only reason I couldn't bring myself to tell her the truth? What was that dream? Was that from my memories? No! Asama, I've never met that man. Or that woman. No. I was just, no, it wasn't me. I don't. I don't remember. I don't remember anything. Not a thing, not a single thing. I am a beast. I'm a beast, not a human. I don't need these memories. Are you there? Are you there? Where are you? Come to me, be with me. Peace, my peace. Where are you? Where have you gone? Why are you not at my side? Don't remember anything. Stop remembering. Is that a silver coin? Spanish silver. Some weeks after we set off back west, I find a silver coin in the ship's hold. I don't know if it got overlooked or dropped when transporting the rest, but there's just one. The first thing I think when I find it is that I should report it to Captain Asama. But instead, I slip the coin into my pocket and take my leave of the hold, as if nothing ever happened. Not for the purpose of smuggling it for some extra cash. It only has extra value in the East. Back west, it's worth nothing more than its designated value as currency. So again, it's not for want of money. Well, damn. It seems Seedorf might have been innocent after all. Perhaps so. And if he had no hand in the smuggling, then I've done a horribly regrettable thing. No, as you said, an investigation was conducted. We had no choice but to believe the information we were given. You mustn't blame yourself. I feel bad for putting such an unpleasant responsibility on you. Not at all. Now, how do we handle this? I can't believe a silver coin was found in someone else's luggage. It would be best to handle this internally. Publicly, we have already made our amends with Seedorf's death. That's true. But it would be prudent to try and discover where he is acquiring the coins, so as to prevent another such incident. Should one of our crew be caught smuggling again, he will not be the only one asked to take responsibility. I have great sympathy for you, Captain Asama. This is quite the headache. I can't imagine how he would give up connections just because we asked. We can force him. If he doesn't want to talk, then we can give him some encouragement. But I couldn't. Worry not, Captain Asama. I shall take care of the dirty work. You needn't trouble yourself with anything, Captain. Leave it all to me. Captain. Very well. I leave this in your hands, Yukimasa. Yes, sir. Oh, Yukimasa. My little meow meow.
How are you feeling? Hey, untie me! What's the meaning of this? A silver coin was discovered in your luggage. Huh? A silver coin? Interesting. It would seem you have quite a knack for acting. Hold on, I don't follow. I thought the smuggling problem was taken care of. Seedorf wasn't the one doing the smuggling. It was you. Like hell! I've never seen any damn silver coins. This is some kind of mistake. Check my bags again! A coin was found in your luggage, regrettably. Captain Asama saw it himself. Lies! I swear I've never touched one! Is that so? I swear, never once! Please believe me, I'm no smuggler! I've done good work, even on this expedition! You know I'm not someone who would get involved in smuggling! I don't know what kind of person anyone is. We may have known each other for years, but that doesn't mean I have any way of knowing what you think in private, how you feel, what kind of... I totally missed that last line. What? What do you say? What kind of person you are? Sorry, I was looking at Love Me a Little Sneaky Little Murder Boy.
Oh, he ain't even sneaky. I guess he is sneaky here. He's kind of stupid, though.
You smuggled the coins, didn't you?
I didn't! I had nothing to do with it!
Who was your supplier?
I'm telling you, I'm no smuggler!
It puts Captain Asama in an uncomfortable position if you don't talk. We can't risk damaging our homeland's trust any further.
I swear to God I had nothing to do with it!
So you won't tell?
How can I tell you something I know nothing about?
I see.
You believe me?
So it's very, very important information. Enough so that you can't give it up so easily. Huh. In which case, I'll just do what I have to until you talk.
What are you...
Whenever you're ready to talk, let me know. I'll stop right away.
Hey! Stop! What are you...
Why the thick fingers you have?
Let go! What are you...
But it's all meat. Your bones aren't any thicker than anyone else's.
My finger!
Oh, don't start screaming just yet. That was just the first. Your little finger. Next is your ring finger.
Stop! Please don't! I'm begging you!
Are you ready to talk?
I told you I don't know anything!
Too bad. Your middle finger?
Don't!
Your right hand is going to be useless if you don't start talking soon.
What do you want me to tell you? I swear, I had nothing to do with it.
What has you so stubbornly refusing to talk? Is your supplier really worth going to such lengths to protect?
No, I can't tell you what I don't know. That's...
All that's left is your thumb.
Help! Someone get me!
Just so we're perfectly clear, everyone on board knows what you did. No one's going to come to a smuggler's aid.
God, I can't take any more of this. Please, stop!
Ready to talk? What will it be?
I'll talk. Okay, I'll talk.
If anything you tell me is a lie, you can consider your life forfeit. Are you ready to tell me the truth? We will investigate the details of your confession. If you lie, we will find out. Understood?
But I...
Speak. But... Or can't you?
I don't know anything!
That's a shame. Well, you won't be ever using your right hand ever again.
Although, there are still 5 fingers on your left. Are you in pain? Do you want me to stop? Yes, please. All right. 4 left. That is quite the face. I wish I could show it to you in a mirror. What is wrong with you? You monster! I'm not doing this because I want to. You're the one forcing my hand by refusing to talk. Now go on, spit it out. You wouldn't believe anything I said anyway. How long have you been doing this? You're the first. Liar! You sick bastard! It's the truth, though. Then why? Why are you smiling? 3 left. What'll it be? Will you tell me everything? No lies and no omissions? It wasn't me! It wasn't me! I didn't do anything! 2 left. It's surprising how easily they break. No! Stop! This is the last one. It burns! It burns! My fingers are on fire! Now, what next? It burns. It burns. It burns. Are you listening? Hello? Hello? I'm sorry, that's just what came out. Hello? Oh, my little meow meow, I love you so much. This over a few broken fingers. Need me to wake you up? Let me tell you something. I'm the one who put the coin in your luggage. Of course you don't know anything. Someone! Anyone, get in here! The silver coin wasn't... Don't go shouting things you'll regret. It's hard to fight back with your hands in that condition. Having trouble breathing, huh? Well, are you? You need air? I guess it's hard to talk with my hands around your throat, huh? Do you want air? All right. Then you can have some air. Someone, anyone, please get in. You just don't learn. I can see the words written on his face. Why? Why are you doing this? Why? That is a good question. I'm not even sure myself. Hey. Answer me. Well, damn. I missed the opportunity to use my katana. Oh, Yukimasu. Oh, Yukimasu. I tossed the man's body overboard. My story will be that he sneaked out while I wasn't looking, and threw himself into the sea. As I watch the sack of flesh sink into the depths, I'm thoroughly shocked to realize I don't feel the slightest bit bad about what I've done. No regret, no remorse, nothing. I comprehend that the things I've done are reprehensible, that they're evil, but that knowledge wasn't sufficient enough to restrain my urges. There's an itch I've felt deep within my chest ever since the moment my blade sunk its teeth into Seedorf's neck. I don't know what to call it, but I feel like I'm floating. Like everything swirling about inside me has been unleashed, set free. There's also an edge of anxiety, though. If I continue down this path, what might I transform into? Despite feeling not the slightest bit guilty about the horrible things I've done, I still fear this life I've made slipping away from me. I want something to anchor me. What exactly am I? Is this what I wanted to become? The kind of man who can take another's life without flinching, fully aware of his actions? And if that's truly what I am, then perhaps it would make things easier if I did lose everything.
Oh, don't scare me like that! And where did you pick up a word like... fuck? Oh, like... Yente. I never took you for someone so pretentious.
I'm sorry. You just looked so much like a rabbit there, the way you were tossing your head back and forth, looking around for me.
Oh, you... Ninja is something you call a child. I'm not a little girl anymore.
I'm sorry, really.
I'm not mad at all. It's been a year and a half. We finally get to see each other again.
That we do.
Did you have any trouble out at sea? Did you fall ill or get caught in a storm or run into any kind of danger at all?
No, there was no trouble. Everything went fine without incident. The sea god was watching over us, I suppose. I don't know. What am I? Who am I? Who? What is this room? What are those colored windows? Were those here before, in the mansion? I knew what that is. It's an angel. The angel. The angel is... It's looking at me and laughing. The angel is looking down on me and laughing.
What are you doing?
The angel is laughing at me. The angel. So the angel. You, where were you?
I went to the kitchen to get a drink of water. You have nothing to worry about. I will not run away from you.
I am not human. Am I? I am not human.
You are.
Not a human.
You are you. It's all right. I imagine it's quite disconcerting having lost your memories. But no matter what happens, you will always be you. Don't be afraid.
Are those the words of encouragement I truly wanted to hear? Am I afraid of being myself? I don't know. Don't think about it. I am a beast with no memories. Full Metal Alchemist. We haven't gotten one the whole dang day. Oh boy. His psyche drifted erratically between human and beast. If he accepted himself as human, it might cause memories better left buried to return to him. If he accepted himself as a beast, in exchange for his memories, he would no longer be able to rejoin human society. The white-haired girl fervently supported him in these precarious times. I was quite amazed. I had never imagined she would grow to be such a strong woman. Nevertheless, God is a cruel master. For what strength he gave her spiritually, he took an equal part from her physically. Though she persisted, day in and day out,
To stay by the man's side, one day she suddenly fell ill. With her in the throes of a high fever and not knowing the cause, he fell into a perpetual panic. There was no medicine in the mansion. They could hardly manage to put together sufficiently nutritious meals. Though there was no medicine, maybe there was something else that could make her feel better. However, everything he could think of required him to leave the house.
Hey. Is there anything you would like?
Anything I would like?
I'm considering visiting the village.
I see. You're going to the village.
I thought I might be able to get some medicine. I would prefer to bring a doctor here, but no one would come if they learned you were in this mansion. So,
he was planning to put on a disguise, to enter the village as a person. The white-haired girl smiled when she heard his idea. She had, after all, always wanted him to think of himself as human. However, because she was so pure-hearted, she did not comprehend the full extent of the slaughter he had confessed to committing, the revenge he had taken on those who chased him around. How sinister his cackling and furious his reaping. She did not grasp just how serious it was. She had faith that Bestia had kindness in his heart.
If you cannot get any medication, then buy me some oranges, please.
Oranges?
This is a land blessed by the sun. You should be able to find some wonderful, fresh oranges.
Will that make you feel better?
Yes, it should.
Okay.
Bestia's mind was made up. He would don the skin of a human for her, to protect the peace he had. He would return to the place that had left him with many painful memories. It was, to him, the source of his fear. Whenever he let his guard down, their shouts would play back in his mind. Bestia! Bestia! Bestia!
Hideous beast!
Though he had physically conquered the people who lived there, Bestia's memories of the village still haunted him. Yeah, vitamin C, baby. But her health meant more to him than any of that. He was willing to cast aside his fear if it meant the white-haired girl would recover. The girl still in her bed, he made his way out of the mansion. He crossed the overgrown forest, pushing forward one step at a time, all the while trying to brush aside his apprehension, until he arrived at the village.
This is where they called me a beast, where I was almost killed, and where I killed them. I look different than I did then. I'm dressed differently too, but can I play the part? Can I act as a convincing human? I have no choice. There are no other villages. I can't let her die. Excuse me, could you answer a question for me? A village man is looking at me, only for a moment. But for me, that moment is torturously long. A faint look of panic crosses his face, perhaps in fear of my appearance. He's staring at me. Will he point his finger and call me a beast? Will the other villagers come to kill me? However, I haven't seen you around here before. He didn't recognize me. Yes, I come from a faraway land, and I am unfamiliar with this area, so... You're dressed like a nobleman. On a secret trip or something? Something like that. You look really pale, though. Searching for a doctor? Ah, yes, but not for me. My companion has come down with a fever. Sorry to hear it. Well, I'd love to introduce you, but he's out right now. And he won't be back for a few days. I see. And where might I be able to buy fruit? There's a shop just round that corner. Thank you very much. Don't mention it. Do take care, traveler. It's dangerous out there. I'm starting to attract attention, but not the same kind as before. They don't look at me with revulsion, hatred, or furious indignation. They're simply curious. The village feels different than last time. Could it have changed this drastically? Or is it because I really did look like a beast then, and now I look like a human? I don't know. Excuse me. Me? Yes? I would like to buy some fruit. Some oranges.
Oranges? Alrighty, just a sec.
The fruit vendor doesn't recognize me as the beast either.
Any other year and they'd be a lot plumper than this. But this year we've had the end of the war and this whole mess with the beast, and it's just been crazy. If you'd like, how about you come back in a few years and try our oranges again? They'll be several times better, I assure you.
I'll keep that in mind.
You bet. That'll be...
I'm sorry, I don't have any local currency. Would this suffice?
How... It's...
No good, I take it?
No. On the contrary, it's hardly fair for you, trading a jewel for a few oranges.
That's all I have to offer. I hope you can exchange it for money.
Sure. No, you nobles are something else.
Noble.
Aren't you? Though if you wander around dressed too well, you put yourself in danger. You might find yourself stripped bare by a bandit, or perhaps even catch the attention of the beast.
The beast? Everyone mentions the beast. They speak of me.
Have you heard the tales?
I have not.
There's a beast den not too far from this village. It's attacked before, and we've been living in fear, never knowing when it might attack again. But that all ends today.
Huh?
The men have finally found their spines. They all got together and went out to exterminate it.
What?
And you'll never guess who's responsible. A kid. A little boy is spearheading the attack. Never would have expected a little kid to whip all our lazy, cowardly men into shape. The boy's the only one who knows where the beast den... hold on! What about your oranges?
The men have banded together, and they're going to kill the beast? Why now? Why when I'm not there? I'm the beast. I'm right here. I'm what you're trying to hunt. The only person at the mansion right now is her.
He regretted not asking the fruit vendor how long ago the party had set off. Though what good would that knowledge have done him? He had to hurry back regardless.
It's 1 orange. What would it cost? 1 gemstone? 2 gemstone?
At least he put something like reasonable instead of like, here are my shoes. The sun was beginning to set, draping the surroundings in a deep blackness. As if to keep him from returning home, the night wrapped its hands around his head, covering both eyes. In what direction would he have to return to the mansion? He stormed through the forest, and eventually the mansion appeared before him, like the world fading into view after a dream. Bestio was a tempest in the night, blowing through the overgrowth toward the house.
Please make it in time. I need her. I need the peace that she provides me. The last thing I want is for her to die.
In the blink of an eye, he was through the door, charging down the mansion's halls. He could not sense anyone else inside, though. All he could hear was the whoosh of the wind blowing into the house from somewhere. It seemed a window was open.
Where are you? Where have you gone? Answer me! Please answer me!
He cried out the girl's name again and again, until his throat was sore and his voice hoarse. But she did not respond. He rushed into her bedchamber.
Hey, hello? Hello? Where are you? Where are you? Answer me!
The man swung his head back and forth so hard, he thought he might break his own neck. And when he made to look down, he slipped, falling onto his tailbone. He felt something slick on his hands, a sensation he would recognize anywhere. The liquid was still warm.
No, that cannot be. It can't. It can't. It cannot be!
Muttering incomprehensibly in fear, he crawled back through the door of her chamber and into the corridor. Like a genuine beast, he followed the trail of slippery fluid on all fours.
The trail glimmered like red wine. It stretched down the hall, past the living room, smeared across the floor like it had been wiped down with a mop. The man crawled and crawled and crawled, until at last he reached the stairs leading down to the cellar. The ruby trail continued. From beyond the door, he could hear men's voices. With a howl, the man stumbled down the stairs, throwing open the wooden door. His first impression was that the stench of blood was suffocating. And indeed, there he discovered the white-haired girl. He found himself unable to even scream. Her once porcelain skin was no longer even sickly pale. It was now the bloodless color of dirt. She was sprawled haphazardly out on the cellar floor, dried bloodstains around her half-open mouth. And those lips were, naturally, lacking their former rosy sheen. Her body was covered with an array of wounds, but the most prominent was the man's singular sword standing tall in her chest.
This is the other bestia. He doesn't look like the same. It's him. He's the same guy. He's the bestia.
Several villagers surrounded him at the behest of a young boy.
He's got himself dressed up on proper and fancy, but good clothes don't make him a good man. Isn't that right, you bestia? No. You murderer! Why? Why did you kill her? 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 Why did you kill her?
Why? You want to know why? Her death was an accident, I'd say. I feel bad about what happened. But any woman who would live with a man like you must be a witch. Does that hurt? Are you hurting right now, you bestia?
Then maybe now you understand. You not only stole my parents and friends from me, you ripped the last shard of hope I had from my hands.
Do you get it?
Do you finally understand how I feel? Now do you know what it feels to have someone you care about taken from you? Pauline was desperately trying to find you. Why? Why would you kill someone so devoted to you? Do you understand what you've done? I'm asking you a question, you goddamn murderer!
I see. And now, I have nothing left. What? The man stepped forward, almost perfectly calm. His panic had vanished, as if it were never there. His eyes were disturbingly vacant. Perhaps the sorrow had overpowered him, beating his heart into quiet submission. No, that was not the case. Though his eyes were empty, a faint smile spread across his lips. The transition was swift, as though a gear had switched in his mind. The boy and the other villagers were frozen in place at the sight. Before long, the man was standing before the deceased girl's body. And then, he pulled the blade from her chest. I knew it. I really was a beast. And what I wanted was a tether.
What are you yammering on about? Didn't you care about that woman? Didn't you choose her over Pauline? Who then threw you aside and you then threw aside and with you? What was she to you?
She was my serenity. But she's dead now. And there's nothing I can do about that. Peace, calm, tranquility. The man's behavior was downright eerie, causing the boy to flinch back. Believing he'd had everything taken from him and could not possibly lose anything more was, I imagine, what had allowed him to stand up to the beast, the source of such crippling fear. Yet now, he found himself unable to move. He found himself, in the face of such an incomprehensible creature, paralyzed with fear. And the villagers were similarly dumbstruck. Not even I could understand his behavior.
What the hell is wrong with you? How can you laugh at this? I don't get it! How? How indeed. I wonder myself. I don't know either. But you know what? It doesn't matter anymore. Because every last one of my anchors has broken off and sunken into the sea.
Oh, there he goes again. Oh, golly.
Damn it, get moving! Kill it! I'll slaughter every last one of you! Ah, yes. My whole life, I've always wanted to kill.
What was it that afflicted you with such madness? Losing your memory in the shipwreck? The abuse and insult you suffered at the villagers' hands? Or was it your grief at not being able to return to your homeland? No, none of those were the root. You were always like this. You always bore those twisted desires. You held these deep, constant urges to cause others harm. That is your essence. The real you hidden behind the mask of sincerity. The true beast was your heart. The beast was a convenient skin for you to wear. You wanted to be a brutal, savage murderer. You never really loved the white-haired girl, or the black-haired woman, for that matter. You were merely attached to them, fixated on the idea of a world of tranquility. You used this piece to anchor yourself, to prevent you from drifting off into the ocean of your desires. You yearned to cause pain, while also hungering for the opposite, calm life. You idolized this idealized life, spent in quiet harmony with another, because you know just how difficult it would be for you to attain. Far more difficult for you than satisfying your cravings, but not impossible. I personally had hoped you would find peace with someone rather than descend into savagery. It may have only been superficial, but it would have been very human. But ultimately, peace slipped through your fingers, and no one was left to suppress your desires. You cannot, after all, hold them back yourself. What a tragic man. What a hopeless man you are.
Damn. The door to this... Well, I can't even talk after that. God, this fucking... Fucking Yukimasa, my little meow meow. Love him, but... Oh boy, he's high maintenance. The door to the cellar swung shut. You had fallen to the floor at some point, unable to bear the stench of blood. The maid stood behind you, her arms wrapped around your shoulders. The maid's voice was chillingly gentle.
That was quite horrific, wasn't it? Are you feeling unwell, Master? Oh my, you're shaking, Master. Fear not. I assure you, the beast will not come through that door. I am here for you, and I will continue to hold you for as long as you need to settle your nerves. Oh dear, you feel like you might freeze in my arms? Am I really that cold? I cannot tell my own temperature. You wish to know what happened to Bestia after that? I could open the door once more and show you. But I have no intention of knowingly tossing you back into that den of horrors. He lost the rest of his humanity, becoming wholly beast. But, to tell just a little more of the tale, it is my understanding that an entire village was ravaged shortly thereafter. He was a bewitchingly talented swordsman. Not a single person living in that village could stand up to him. In the woman's memories you saw, he was a gentle man, yes? But even the mildest of men can change. Though personally, I believe that without an element of monstrousness buried somewhere within, a man cannot become a beast, regardless of what may push him in that direction. Do you follow? Now tell me, master, have you remembered anything? Oh dear, I was afraid of that. I am a remarkably patient maid. I shall accompany you for as long as you require. So do please find your memories. Now, let us head to the next door. The mansion is quite large, so hold on to my hand. We would not want to get separated.
You and the maid traveled down the dimly lit hall, passing by the mirror once again. The light from the candle in the maid's hands was the only thing that reflected in it. The maid herself did not appear. However, just as you were about to avert your eyes, you thought you caught a glimpse of white hair. You heard a voice echo in the darkness. And when you turned to face the mirror again, the glass was the color of obsidian, as if it had been painted over. The voice seemed to be coming from beyond the mirror. The maid did not turn back, evidently having not heard anything. You... Oh boy, kids, it's choice time! What are we gonna do? Are we gonna stick the hand in? Or are we gonna look away? We saw some white hair in that mirror. What it could be indeed. Doうする? 手を伸ばす. Well, what would I do in this situation? I would put my hand in. I'm morbidly curious. In it goes. You extended your hand toward the darkness overrunning the mirror. The second your hand brushed against the surface, the tips of your fingers sunk into it. And the next thing you realized, your whole world was sinking into darkness. You could hear a voice. I am the witch.
It's getting foggy. Looks like it might rain. Maybe we should take a little break.
You want to keep going?
Oh, all right then. This deep in the forest? Thank you very much. You must be tired after such a long journey. This is the mansion I'm looking for, yes? He could have said something. Oh well. I should get going, I guess. Does no one live here? But if that's the case, then why was I... Such a big door. Please open. It's not locked, I guess. I wonder if the window's open. Darn, not a hint of light. Hello? Is anyone there? Please don't tell me it's actually abandoned. I suppose I can't know without looking around a bit more. What do we have here? Drapes? I see a little light beyond. Huh? Oh, it's so pretty. It looks like an angel. Why would someone cover this up? It's beautiful. With a little more light, it'd be...
Please do not touch the drapes.
Huh?
Or the windows. Oh my god, I love him so much. Sorry.
I'm fine. It'll be fine. You're fine. You're fine. All right. I'm sorry for coming in uninvited, but, I did announce myself. Is this, your mansion? It is. Thank goodness. I was afraid it was deserted. It is best, boy, stop. Stop, okay. I suspect you would have preferred it if the house were abandoned. Oh, no, not at all. I would be scared to death staying in this dark mansion all by myself. I'm sorry. No ill will intended. But I do think it could do with some light. That way you could see where you were walking. And I'm sure this room would look splendid illuminated.
Not necessary. I make do perfectly well as things are.
How can you see when it's so dark?
I have an abundance of candles and oil for lamps. I am not in want of means of creating light. It is not your place to criticize my lifestyle. If you need light, you are free to leave. Up to some of the furniture. There's a village not far from here. Trade it for food, then make your way to a larger town.
I am no longer able to freely return to the city. I cannot go back there. Please, don't chase me out.
I see. And do you ask this of me aware of how people refer to this mansion?
They say that a witch lives here.
Not merely a witch.
A cursed witch.
Michelle did say my house, my rules.
If you remain here, you too shall likely suffer your own destruction.
You're worried for my well-being? Witch or not, my mind is made up.
Which will strike you first, I wonder? Regret or the curse?
You seem to be doing just fine. It's only a tale.
The witch is real, very much so. It is not a legend nor a fairy tale. The witch.
The witch's name was Morgana.
Is me.
Stop. You're gonna make me fucking cry, dude. Oh, I can't. I love him so much. Oh, but we're... Okay, it's fine.
What was that? Giselle.
Oh my, what is the matter, master? Why are you just standing in place? There is nothing there.
The maid did not seem to have seen anything. You made to ask her about the scene you had just witnessed.
Oh. Master, you look like you've just seen a ghost. What is the matter? How about a little rest before we move on? You do not wish to remain here? Still not fond of mirrors? Yes, yes. Now let us be off. I, too, dearly wish for you to return to your old self as soon as possible, master. If your desire is to push onward, then I could hardly be happier. Now follow me.
You followed the maid's lead, returning to the living room. From there, you climbed a set of stairs, your hands sliding through the dust that had settled on the ebony railing. When you stepped out of sight of the mirror, the maid returned to normal. You had been on the verge of remembering something, but you were no longer in a position to be concerned about such things, for the chill in the air within the mansion seemed to have intensified. Standing at one end of a long corridor, you asked the maid,
When was the mansion built? I would imagine you would know more about it than me, master. Yes, I know. You have not yet regained your memories. I was simply teasing you. I have been a servant of this house for many, many years, but the truth is, I do not know everything about it. All I know is that the mansion is cursed, and that it has brought misfortune upon its residents. Since times of old. I can make a conjecture as to when it began, but I believe you should figure it out for yourself, Master. There is no guarantee that my perspective is the correct one. Now, let us proceed.
You and the maid traveled down the dimly lit corridor. While the layout of the house was the same as in the eras of the flaxen-haired boy and the beast, the bleak, colorless gloom felt incredibly dreary. On the wall partway down the hall hung a painting. The painting, which depicted a beautiful landscape, was oddly entrancing, but you did not have time to appreciate the artwork. Your hand in the maid's, you passed by the painting. Before long, a door came into sight at the end of the hall.
This door is what I would like to show you next, Master. Listen closely. Do you hear the voices? Lively but rough, energetic but coarse. What lies beyond this door is neither a period of elegance and abundance like the first, nor one of ruin and savagery like the second. Technology and culture had become quite developed. Cameras and photography had been invented. It was a time of great progress and many breakthroughs. And for that reason, those who lived in it were constantly seeking to try new things. The tale I am about to tell you is one of a man who wagered everything on his ambitions. I hope that what you see, Master, will stir something in your heart. Now, through the door we go. Please, do not let go of my hand.
The maid pushed open the door. Colorful balls bounced atop a long, dark green table. One man, dressed in black and standing by the billiards table, turned toward the door. The room was inundated with eye-watering cigar smoke, causing you to squeeze your eyes shut. The third door! Yo, let's go! 1869. Nice. All right. Oh my gosh, here we are. Sorry. We are going to end it here. I love this chapter so much. I'm so excited. The characters in this chapter are really good. 1869, baby. Industrial Revolution. You know, we all know, we studied it in school. And, oh man, today was a lot. It was a lot, wasn't it? I am very glad that I got to share the end of Door 2 because I really just wanted to pull that band-aid off because it's really kind of awful. But now we're in Door 3. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait for you guys to experience the music and the characters in this. I love Door 3. I don't think it's the best door, but it's great. So if you remember, when we first started Door 1, we were in the Rose Manor. We were in the, I believe, Murky Manor or like Bloody Manor or something like that in Door 2, and now we are in the Pig Iron Manor. Yee! I'm so excited. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Please have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, whatever. Please stay safe. I will see you next week for Door 3, House in Fata Morgana. Yay! Bye, thank you! Be safe!